Time now for the morning rush. We start with alarming stats showing New Mexico's crime rate is more than double the national rate. 2018 figures from the FBI show New Mexico had a rate of more than 850 violent crimes per 100,000 residents. Albuquerque accounting for 60% of that. The national rate was about 360 violent crimes per 100,000. Mayor Keller says help from the state is needed. Erica.
Here's a check on the weather pattern for today. A backdoor cold front is going to be moving in from the northwest, pushing to northeast, pushing to the southwest. This will spur some showers and thunderstorms for the east side of the state today, but windy conditions for the rest of us who will be staying dry. Albuquerque metro area could see wind gusts near 40 miles per hour.
A New Mexico family is still shaken up after an alleged attack by a group of kids. The Gutierrez family was driving home in Las Cruces near NMSU on Monday when they say a group of kids threw rocks and even punched their vehicle. The Las Cruces Police Department says they cannot release any information about the incident since all the kids are minors.
Traffic lights along Central are fixed again this morning after drivers reported catching every red light between Coors and Rio Grande. Bus drivers are training on the ART buses and learning how to use the traffic signals. The city says it changed the timing of the lights to help the drivers adjust.
A New Mexico lawmaker is now proposing a student-athlete bill similar to California. The New Mexican reports that State Senator Mark Moores wants to introduce legislation that would allow the college athletes here to earn money from endorsements, and again, similar to California. This would be up to the governor to put the issue on the call.
High school senior from Albuquerque calling out Chevron, saying the oil company should be doing more to fight climate change. Chevron announced yesterday $75,000 is up for grabs, part of their Fuel for School program. The company donates $1 for every tank of gas sold. Student Jonathan Alonso says Chevron's program comes during recent student protests against oil dependency.
A new UNM report is out this morning showing a decline in auto theft and attempted theft cases at UNM. The Journal reports that there was nearly a 40% decrease in auto thefts in 2018 compared to 2017. That's about 80 fewer cases. Now, campus officials say that more parking lot cameras and patrol officers on campus helped contribute to the decrease. Erica.
Let's take a look at our Metro Threat Index for today. It's looking like a 4 today, and it's not because of rain, it's because of the wind. We're expecting some breezy conditions, especially by later on this afternoon and evening. Wind gusts could gust towards around 40 miles per hour, which could really catch you off guard.
People in one historic Albuquerque neighborhood finding a new development from being built. They're set to meet for a meeting next Thursday. A developer wants to tear down a home on Escalante near Tingley Beach and rezone it to build the duplex. Neighbors have put up no rezone signs.
Los Lunas schools are waiting to see if a parent-led Facebook group will shut down their page. Now, the districts recently sent a cease and desist letter to the Los Lunas School District parent discussion page. The private group mainly talks about various school matters. Now, the district claims that they are infringing on its trademarked name. The moderators think that the district is trying to silence them.
Bernalillo County says a surprising number of voters have not updated their information. This could be hurting their votes. During a bond election earlier this year, more than 50,000 mail-in ballots were returned because people moved and never updated the county. That cost taxpayers thousands of dollars. It leaves people making decisions for voters in other parts of the city.
Due at 6, using an ATM will cost you a lot more. A new survey done by Bankrate.com says fees for withdrawing cash continue to climb. Now, for non-customers using a machine, the average cost is now around $4.72. That's a record amount. That breaks down to about $3 from the ATM owner and just a little over $1 going to your bank.
This morning, the cost of a New Mexico visitor center is costing more than expected. Back in 2016, the Route 66 Visitor Center in West Central was only projected to cost nearly $3.5 million. It's up to $12.9 million. City Councilor Clarissa Pena says the original figure was only just an estimate.
We're just 2 days away from the most photographed event in the world, and now local photographers, they will have a chance to be featured in a local magazine. All you have to do is snap the perfect photo during this year's Balloon Fiesta. The winner of the contest will then have their picture featured on the cover of Albuquerque the Magazine's Balloon Fiesta edition next year. The deadline to submit the photos is January 31st.
In the meantime, AT&T users will be able to post those photos while at the Balloon Fiesta. This is the company plans to boost service at the park even more this year. The company says they're deploying their cell tower on wheels to get ready for the large number of people taking pictures and posting them online. Erica.
Look at that morning drive. The maps are green with slight slowdowns on the freeways. Trucker is headed east right now on I-40 near Coors. As you can see, several cars on the roads this morning. It looks like maybe slowing down the drive just a little bit. Chris.
He may be 100 years young, but a Habitat for Humanity volunteer is not slowing down. Malcolm Fellow celebrated double digits this weekend with friends that he's made through Mesilla Valley Habitat for Humanity. According to Las Cruces Sun News, the 100-year-old has worked on 121 houses since he first started volunteering decades ago.
Very cool. It's a good way to celebrate 100 years.
Absolutely. Good for him.
All right, on this day in New Mexico, 19 years ago, in 2000, there was record heat. In Clayton, temperatures reached 93 degrees, and it was the warmest October temperature ever recorded in Clayton for October. So pretty warm. And time now for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here. We're just a couple of days away from the most photographed event in the world. Now local photographers will have a chance to get their pictures featured in a magazine. All you have to do is snap the perfect photo during this year's Balloon Fiesta. The winner of the contest will have their picture featured on the cover of Albuquerque, the magazine's Balloon Fiesta edition next year. The deadline to submit photos is January 31st.
At number 4, taking a page out of California's playbook, a New Mexico lawmaker says that he plans to propose a student-athlete bill similar to California. The New Mexican reports that State Senator Mark Moores wants to introduce legislation that would allow college athletes to earn money from endorsements. This week, California's governor signed the Fair Pay to Play Act. That's going to take effect January 1st, 2023. Now, in order for the proposed bill here in New Mexico it to be coming up in the next legislative session, the governor would have to put it on the call.
At number 3, it's going to be a breezy day across the state today. This morning, we're already seeing winds pretty breezy, especially in Tucumcari, where they're right around 30 miles per hour because of this backdoor cold front moving in. And so as we go into this afternoon, winds are going to pick up even more in the central part of the state, wind gusting up to 40 miles per hour in the metro area. But luckily, these winds will start to calm down by tonight and tomorrow morning.
And number 2, Los Lunas schools will try again this morning to shut down a parent-led Facebook group. The district recently sent a cease and desist letter to the Los Lunas School District Parent Discussion page. Now, the members-only group has been running for about 8 years, mainly with discussions about various school matters. Now, the district claims that they are infringing on a new trademark name. While moderators think the district is trying to silence them, Superintendent Dana Sanders refused an on-camera interview with News 13. We posted her statement at KRQE.com.
Now on to number 1. It's a hot topic. Alarming new stats out from the FBI showing New Mexico's crime rate is more than double the national rate. According to the report, in 2018, New Mexico had a rate of more than 850 violent crimes per 100,000 residents. The national rate, about 360 violent crimes per 100,000. Albuquerque accounted for 60% of the total in this data. Newly released numbers have Mayor Tim Keller continuing to press the state for more help to combat crime within the metro.